Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Right now on WJCL 22 Morning News, the White House calling out government officials who spoke out against President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Why they say Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene should have no issue with it.
Election probe subpoena fight when a judge will decide whether Georgia Governor Brian Kemp will have to testify before a grand jury.
Authorities now believe someone purposefully set this Georgia Walmart on fire. The unbelievable images we just got from inside the store.
Affidavit released. I'm Amy Lou in Washington with what to expect in the document that led to the search of former President Donald Trump's home.
It is right now 6 o'clock on this Friday morning, and we have made it, folks. We're taking a live look at downtown Savannah. We want to thank you so much for starting your day here on WJCL 22. Good morning. I'm Emma Hamilton.
And I'm Frank Sulkowski, meteorologist Jonathan Myers here as well. And Jonathan, I tell you what a difference a week makes. We've had some consistent rain. My grass is greened up just like that.
And the mushrooms are growing.
I'm having to wipe out the mushrooms, but I'm going to have to mow a lot more often too. We keep getting this rain.
Yeah, absolutely right. And more wet weather again today. And even for the weekend, there'll be chances for some showers and thunderstorms. Not a lot of rain this morning as we're starting off for that morning carpool as you head out the door for school. Seeing okay out there this morning as we start off. Temperatures mid-70s for most of us, mid-upper 80s through the afternoon. Maybe around lunchtime there could be a shower or two possible. Best chance of rain today probably will come after school, and we could have some downpours even later today. Not a lot of rain, maybe a sprinkle or two from Statesboro to Springfield, maybe even near Hardyville, and also parts of the Lowcountry there around Beaufort could see a brief shower. But like I said, best chance of rain will be this afternoon. Downpours possible this afternoon, then into the weekend, more chances for showers. I'll track out that weekend forecast in less than 10 minutes. Traffic track 22, the accident we just reported there at Pine Barren Road there on Pooler is actually cleared now. So that commute, this is southbound 95 from Hardyville to Pooler into downtown. No problems there. Lots of green out there this morning, and we're seeing green out there. No big problems for that commute, but if there's any traffic accidents, we'll pass it along to you. Emma?
Jonathan, thanks so much. Let's take a live look at those roadways. This is US 280 at 301 in Claxton, where I see one car in the distance there. Maybe coming through the intersection. Other than that, a very quiet start out there. All new this morning, the White House versus Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, yesterday she called out President Joe Biden's new student loan forgiveness program, and on Twitter, the White House clapped back. Representative Greene appeared on a media outlet called Newsmax to discuss the new program, saying, quote, "For our government just to say, okay, your debt is completely forgiven, it's completely unfair." Well, the White House responded with this tweet. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene had $183,504 in PPP loans forgiven.
I will do my best to refrain from descending into the political chaos that I know some folks really want to talk about.
A Fulton County Superior Court judge preparing to rule on whether Governor Brian Kemp must testify before a special grand jury investigating Georgia's 2020 election. During a hearing yesterday, the judge said he'll likely make a decision by next week.
Former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows has been called to testify before that special grand jury next month. Meadows was on the call last January when then President Donald Trump asked the Georgia Secretary of State to find the nearly 12,000 votes. The filing is not a subpoena because Meadows does not live in Georgia. All new this morning, investigators now believe a fire inside this Georgia Walmart was intentionally set. Take a look at these brand new pictures of the aftermath inside there. Fire officials say that the fire started inside the store just after 7 o'clock Wednesday night. We also reported yesterday that the roof collapsed and 3 officers were sent to the hospital for smoke inhalation.
Fear, terror, am I going to make it home to my family?
Well, this morning, police have a suspect in custody after a triple shooting at a Georgia warehouse. The shooting, it happened yesterday afternoon up in Henry County. Here's what we can tell you. 2 victims were taken to the hospital and 1 was treated and released there at the scene. Witnesses described those scary moments they heard the gunshots.
I heard 2 shots.
After that, you could see 2 people laying on the floor. They said they were both shot.
Police say they did make an arrest and that there is no threat to the public.
We now know hundreds of workers in our area will soon be laid off. Milliken and Company has announced it'll close a textile manufacturing plant in Sylvania on September 12th, leaving 260 people without work. Hundreds of Hispanic employees on Hilton Head Island will soon be homeless.
Yeah, their landlord recently told them they would have to be moving out because they're selling the property.
Evidently, the current owner is planning to sell the property and it's going to be redeveloped.
The owner of Chimney Cove is planning to evict at least 350 people from the property, most of whom work, live, and send their kids to school on the island. Many don't even speak English.
Yes, they are going to kick me out because they are giving me a month to move, she told me. It's only 1 month from here until September 30th for me to move.
On Sunday, local nonprofit groups will meet with Chimney Cove neighbors to discuss resources and options available to the dozens of families affected. That meeting will happen at the nearby Christ Lutheran Church at 7 o'clock that night.
Today, we're expecting new inflation numbers to give us a better understanding of the current economy. The numbers will come from the Personal Consumption Expenditures, or the PCE index. We do know that the rate of inflation stayed the same between June and July. Other numbers show a sign of a healthy economy, like fewer people filing for unemployment.
Well, in just hours, we could get some answers about why the FBI searched former President Donald Trump's Florida home. The FBI expected to release a heavily blackened out version of the affidavit it used to get the search warrant. We want to go ahead, check in with our Amy Lou up in Washington, what we'll learn from this release.
Well, the judge says the redactions are likely so extensive it could essentially be meaningless to the public, with the DOJ and FBI arguing that any leaked information could jeopardize the investigation. But we could learn some information here, including why federal agents tried for months to recover government records and why they felt so compelled to obtain a warrant to search Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. It's also possible the affidavit may show why classified documents were transported from the White House to his home when he left office, and the back and forth between Trump and the FBI, including a subpoena for documents and a visit from the FBI and DOJ earlier this year. This comes as Trump and his lawyers prepare their arguments for a special master. A lawsuit filed earlier this week asks a neutral third party to review and set aside the documents taken and covered by executive privilege. A separate judge is asking his lawyers to elaborate why and what exactly Trump is asking for in his request. Both that and the public release of the affidavit are expected around noon today. In Washington, I'm Amy Lou.
This morning, South Carolina state employees are now eligible for paid family leave. Yesterday, Governor Henry McMaster signed a law that provides state employees up to 6 weeks of paid leave for the birth or adoption of a child, or up to 2 weeks for placement of a foster child.
Well, happening today, the Coastal Children's Advocacy Center is hosting a golf tournament fundraiser at the Crosswinds Golf Club in Savannah. You can play as a 4-person scramble or as an individual. Registration begins at 8 with a shotgun start set for 9. It's going to cost you $100 to play per person. Now, also happening today, the very first Rincon Rodeo set to get underway. It's happening at Freedom Park in Rincon. Gates will open at 5. The rodeo begins at 7. Night 2 is happening tomorrow. Same time, same location.